Ram's got some pretty cool colors nowadays, and this truck also happens to be a lot of money, so let's take a look at this Laramie. The Carmelone Dodge Ram Jeep Chrysler here in Heber, Utah is providing us with this Laramie. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. This one, currently available for sale. And it's green! Powering this green truck is a twin-turbo 3-liter inline-six that goes through an 8-speed automatic. Fuel economy 17 around town, 23 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower, 469 pound-feet of torque. You guys know the drill. Twin turbocharged. Change the oil more often than you think you should. 3,000 to 5,000 miles, that's the preferred interval. Or I should say my preferred interval. Now, if you're looking for more straight to the point green trucks like this, make sure you subscribe. The hood is raised there in the center, and you notice LED lights on this truck, green. We've got lots of chrome here on the front grille, recovery points at the bottom, fog lights, parking sensors. 275 by 55 by 20 for the tire and wheel setup. And then you'll notice this one's actually got 4-corner air suspension built in with the truck. There's lots of green right there. Got chrome with the Ram badge. You can see the mirror cap's also chrome. More green on the door handles. And then here's a side profile. This truck is a crew cab with the, well, we'll just call it a short bed, 5'7" box. So this truck is more green cab than green bed. You know what I mean? When it comes to key fob features, we have our lock and unlock. You've got the drop down for the tailgate, the drop down for the air suspension, remote start, and then Ram logo on the back. We've got these sliders for the cargo tie-down points. This one has bed liner from the factory. We also have an outlet here in the bed. You've got LED lights, LED cargo light as well. And then look at this. The green tailgate raises up. That's pretty cool. This is interesting. That's blacked out, but then chrome on the green? I don't know. Anyways, chrome on the exhaust tips. And then when it comes to towing capacity, I'll double check the axle ratio, but most of these trucks are going to be right around that 11,000 pound range. And this one has a little kick step there to help with accessing the bed, but that will cap things off for the exterior of this green truck. Let's check out the not so green interior. Regular windows in the back. This is really nice. Look at that. Got the wood trim, more stitching below. Speaker for the Harman Kardon sound system. Power side steps. And then nice piping on the seats. A little suede, perforated all down the center. You've got your recline function. You can pick this up for more storage. And we also have, ice buckets on either side. Getting in is easy. Plenty of legroom. A little storage pocket. Some cup holders. Got heated seats on either side. USB ports. 400-watt inverter. Headroom back here. Pretty good. You do have a power sliding window in the back, and then you can even pull this down if you want a little center console, cup holder, armrest setup, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see on the green, we've got keyless entry, but let's check it out. Blind spot monitoring, thicker glass up front, more of that soft touch. Front 2 windows are automatic, the mirrors power fold in. You got memory seats. And this sound system, by the way, it's good. The truck's insulated, so you really get to kind of feel the music. 1404 with the payload capacity, and look at that, green. Laramie there, perforated all down the center. You've got power adjustments with lumbar support. Got all of our light controls here, including fog lights and cargo light. Pedal adjustments there, that's for the outlet in the bed to turn it on. With the steering wheel, soft touch all around, radio controls in the back. On the front face, we've got our adaptive cruise with our lane centering, got your gear limiter function, drive modes, controls there for the center. Turn signal / windshield wiper stock there as well. And then with the digital cluster, look at this. I don't know. It's kind of fancy. I know that people like analog, but I'm seeing these things to be pretty reliable, so I like customization. Also, heads-up display. 360 camera system with the truck. So you have a bunch of different angles with it. Can even do auxiliary. Now this is not the jumbo screen. It's still a big screen, but you do get the physical controls at the bottom, also for the air suspension, trailer brake controls. But yeah, you don't have everything that's kind of built in the screen. Like the bigger version integrates a lot more. And I feel like, I don't know, it seems like it's responding pretty darn well. Climate controls flank either side, either way. Physical buttons for the driveline, so it has a part-time system with the 2-speed transfer case. It does have 4-wheel auto stop start. You got your dial shifter. USB ports there, 2 phone charging pads. We've got an outlet, and this slides backwards and forwards. Got the whole console set up. Nice trim here on the top. No passenger screen, so you get a real glove box. It says Laramie. Camera rear view mirror, and this one's got a jumbo sunroof. 2027 Laramie $83,965. So let's take this green out and see how it greens on the green. Sounds like fun. Let us set off in this Laramie 1500. I like that Ram's doing new colors. I think that it is a good thing. And a lot of the new colors are doing, like, this is a nice color. It's got nice metallic flake in it. And so, I don't know, I think it's worth it. And you know, like that green's bright. I mean, if you had that on a Ram truck, that's a bit much. I think that, you know, a full-size pickup truck's kind of more of a mature, sophisticated vehicle in a way. So you got to do a more mature, darker, deeper green. And I prefer the darker greens, because one thing I will say about colors, for those of you worried about having such a bright colored vehicle, it's not really not that bright. If you have a color that is like a, well, an actual color, it's not, you know, black, white, gray, and it's darker tone, from personal experience, don't get sick of it. Do not get sick of it. If you have a color that's like bright, it kind of gets to the point where like like initially when you see it, it's kind of cool because it's so overwhelming, but eventually you kind of just become accustomed to it. But when it's a darker tone, it's like at nighttime, just kind of like this, just kind of looks black, right? Till you get up close to it, and then during the day, again, just looks like, when you initially look at the vehicle, it's just darker. And then you go, oh, that's green, it's nice. Versus like, that is definitely green, that is definitely blue, or whatever. So I think it's a nice setup. So yeah, for those of you worried if you're gonna get sick of the color, in my experience, like I've had that Lexus, it's very similar green to this, for a year now, and not sick of the color at all. I like that color just as much as I liked it when I got the car brand new. See if my wife likes her a bright blue Sequoia though after a year. Ah man, wide swing there. So, in conclusion, I want to get acceleration. The air suspension drives nice. This is a weird truck though. This is a weird truck. It's basically a limited without being a limited. And I do think that's gonna be a problem for a lot of people. Good torque. Because the limited has the high output. You get the fancier name, fancier interior and all that. So yeah, I think it's gonna be kind of a tough sell. And that's the one downside about modern trucks being a la carte with the options, is it creates a lot of price crossover that I don't think that, like, the I feel like the Japanese and even the Korean brands, they don't really suffer from the same problem, because their packaging is more standardized. And so it's like, okay, you want this option, you go up to the next package. Versus, oh, well, you can get that option in the base model, or it's standard in the loaded up one. And that's kind of nice letting people choose with trucks, because, like, you know, people want stuff a little bit more custom sometimes. Like another truck I'm going to be reviewing today is literally a dually single cab, unique truck. But it's got a lot of interior options, but then it's not built off of a loaded up. So I get it. I get it, but yeah, it does definitely cause some problems from time to time, I think, in terms of the price crossover, and it confuses people. It's like, wait, because like you literally could have a limited that has got an MSRP that's about the same as this, even potentially less than this. So my take, as always, is look at the options that you actually are going to get in the vehicle, especially talking about Ram trucks. And if you're going to spec out, like if you're gonna have a Laramie that has all the same options as a limited, you might as well get the limited. Especially, I mean, there's a big rebate program right now going on the 26s. And so because it's a % rebate, you get a percentage off. Oof. I mean, the discount you get on a higher MSRP truck is crazy, and it makes it so the actual like transaction price ends up being not too different from a lower MSRP truck, because it's a percentage-based rebate versus being just like a standard, like, here's an amount of money off. So that's my take, as always. Look at the options you're getting, and if you're getting Parking sensors, man. If you're getting enough options to like bump yourself up to the next trim in terms of like it's the same as the trim above, I'm not an upsell type of guy, but it's like you might as well. You might as well go up to the next trim because your resale value will be better. So it's like, yeah, maybe you spend an extra little bit of money, but then when you sell the truck, you're gonna get more money back. Like if you sell this, this is gonna be competing with Laramies that are $10,000 less MSRP on the used market. Now people go in and be like, well, this Laramie has this option, this one has this option, but usually what you see in the used market is when someone sees this, they go, oh, that's nice. I don't want to pay for extra for it compared to the other Laramie. I'm more willing to buy that today for the same price because it has more options. So so you can typically sell the truck easier because you have more options, but you can't sell for more money is what I usually see. So that's all.